Hi traders and welcome to the PL Capital Commodity Report. Today is Thursday, August 10th, just after 5 p.m. Central Time. In this video I'm going to look at natural gas, oil, copper, gold, and silver. So let's go. Alright, looking at the 4-hour chart, natural gas futures contract. And in my last video I was saying that this was looking like a WXY because what I was thinking that they might be coming down in a diagonal. This third wave over here didn't go down far enough, and so looked like just correction, and that's exactly what it turned out to be. So you had a big blast off here to break that previous high. So now the question becomes, what is all this? Because I still think that this is all just a big correction, and for me it has to be that this is all a big triangle. So let me zoom out here. I'm going to go to daily chart. So I see this as 1, 2, 3 expanding flat, 4, and then it came down for 5. And now we're in this 1, 2, that was 3, and then you had an A, B, C, D, and now we just completed E. That is the only thing that would make sense to me, because this is obviously just not bullish. This price action since April, it's just keeps oscillating between a high, breaks the low, breaks the high, breaks the low, and now we broke the high again. So to me that looks like a triangle, and now we've totally sold off here. So what I'm looking for, or watching rather, so far we just have a 1, 2, 3. So that big 1, 2, and then after today's inventory number, they totally sold off. So we just have a 1, 2, 3. So I want to see the reaction. Started coming back up. I want to see the reaction here in this zone, this 2.8, low 2.8, up to like maybe 2.85. I want to see the reaction here, because it could be that this is the start of a diagonal. So 1, 2, 3, this could be 1. So if it comes up into this zone in 3 waves, some type of fashion, maybe 1 could be in or whatever, but somehow come up into here in only 3 waves, and then starts to sell off and breaks that low again, then I think that this is going to come down and then ending diagonal. But obviously, if they come back up and they break this high, 3018, if they break that, then I really have no way to answer what this piece was over here, because then it's looking like we could be going up in a diagonal, because then you'd have 1, 2, 3, and then you'd have this 3 wave down, and then you'd be going back up. So we'll worry about that if they come back up and break 3018, but I'm expecting that this triangle is done, and now we come and sell off and take out the low. So keep an eye on this area. If it's a 3-wave move only, and then they come back and break that low that they set today, 2747, if they break that again, then I think we got the start of a diagonal. So let's keep an eye on this zone. And actually, I mean, if it is a diagonal, I guess I really should say that. I mean, if that's 3 ways, that'd be 1. 2 does not have to just stop here. 2 could actually come up higher, but at least it's got to come at least up into this zone. Let me put it that way. It's got to come at least up into this low 2.8s. And then we'll see. But if it's just a 3-wave and then breaking the low, yeah, then I think we got a diagonal starting out. So let's watch for that. 3 waves up and then a rejection. All right, crude. All right, so crude, I was expecting when they came up to there, 83.30, to me that was enough for 5 waves. So I've been saying I'm looking for this is WX, and now I'm looking for the Y wave to end an X wave. And I see this still as 3 waves to there for 1, 3 for 2, there was a 3, there was 4, and then we had a 1, 2, 3 wave move there for 5 waves. So I thought this whole thing is just the first part of this Y wave, and I thought we'd get a bigger correction, at least down into low 79s, if not down more like 76 or so. But they stopped short, and then they went and broke the high. But to me, it looks like there's only like a 3 wave move there. So a couple of things that could be in play. You know, we could be making an expanding flat. I'm sorry. Well, some type of flat, either running or expanding. So I want to see the reaction. You know, they've been selling off today. If it only comes down into here, like 81, 80-ish, maybe down to, you know, low or upper 80s, somewhere down in here, and then reverses, you know, so this would have to be 5 waves. So far we've got like a 1, 2, 3, maybe that's 4, and then it'll come down hard for 5. Then this could very well be that they're creating, that they're going to create a running flat for this Y wave, because the Y wave is going to be 3 waves. So this is 5 waves, A, B, C, and then they'll come back up one more time. You know, who knows how high, 86, 88, whatever. And that'll be 1, 2, 3. So that's one possibility. So we got to see, because this doesn't make sense ending in 3 waves. So I want to see. I mean, it could be that it's going to be an expanding flat, so they'll come and break that low, 79.90. They'll come and break that low and then go up one more time. But I don't think that the top is in yet for this. So let's watch this wave. It's getting pretty impulsive. So I'm wondering if it's not just, well, either a running flat, so stop somewhere in here, or come and break that for an expanding flat. But I don't see the top being in yet. So let me remove that line. So let's see how this plays out. I think this is all going to be a correction and still at least one more wave up. So let's see how this area holds. And if that doesn't hold, then they'll come under, but I wouldn't expect that they'll come much under 79.90. You know, maybe down to, you know, 79, low 79s or upper 78s. But then it should get quickly bought up. All right, copper. All right, so copper is coming down a lot more than I was thinking. So I thought that they're going to be creating, let me zoom out. I thought they're going to be creating a running flat, and I thought that the running flat might be in when it hit right here, and then we got a strong reaction up, but then it came in and broke that, and it really started selling off on Tuesday. So if this is a running flat, what's going to happen is they have to break this low, 3726.5. They have to break that low one more time, and then that would be 5 waves. So because it looks like this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then they'll probably be correcting up and then come and break that low, and that would be 5 waves, and it'd be a diagonal format, and then it'll go and take out that high. The other thing that could be in play is that they'll create an expanding flat, and instead of just breaking this low, they're actually going to come and break that low too. And so they'll come down lower, create an expanding flat, and that'll be 5 waves. And then you'll have a big like a 1, 2, and then they'll come up and break that. And then we'll have to see if that's the start of another run up, or is this just a big three-wave correction. So I expect a little push up in copper and then break that low, and then you got to watch, does it reverse after breaking that low, or does it come all the way down and take out 3682? And then that would be an expanding flat. And actually, if they do that, actually breaking either one of these lows, I think that's a pretty good buying opportunity, because you'll have, even if I'm wrong, maybe this is all the correction here. It's just a 1, 2, I don't know how you get 5 waves out of here. That does not look like 5. It just looks like correction, 3-wave correction. But if I'm wrong and that's 3 waves and they're totally going down, I mean, somewhere in here you'll have 5 waves in a diagonal format, and you're going to have to get some type of 3-wave correction. So, buying anywhere down in this area, at least for a correction, if not for total upside, is, I think, a very safe bet. Okay, gold. So gold now is starting to look, I thought this was all going to be just correction and one more up to take out at least this high and maybe totally go up. But what I see now is 5 waves coming down. So we got 1, 2, 3, 1. You got 3 waves up there for 2. You got a 3. You got a 4, and then now it looks like 1, 2, and they're very close to completing this 5th wave if they're not already done. Which tells me then that they're probably not going to be going up to break this high, but instead, I think after this 5-wave move up, I think what's going on is they're creating a 3-3-5 correction. So here was 1, 2, 3, oops, down to there, and then 1, 2, 3, and now they're going to come down in some 5-wave fashion. So it'll be interesting to see, does this 5th wave come right now and break it, and then you'd have your 3-3-5, or is this a leading diagonal, and then at some point you're going to get a correction, but then it's still got to come down. It's got to come down in 5 waves. So that'd be 1, 2, which means 3, 4, like 5. Like it's going to be a while before gold goes back up. I mean, gold could be coming down for a while. So we got to watch and see. I mean, if this gets really impulsive and they just come straight down and take out that low, then I think that's all the correction, and then gold goes back up. But if it stops pretty soon and then gives you a big correction, I think gold goes much farther down. So it's kind of a tricky little area right in here to trade. I'd wait to be a buyer. You got to, I think you almost got to wait until it breaks the low, because you got to see what this thing does. If they keep selling off tomorrow and maybe into Monday and they break out the low, then I think, buying under there is worth it. But, they could just correct and still then really push down hard. So you got to, I think waiting under this low is the safer bet. Okay, silver, yeah. So silver, yeah, for sure is looking like you got downside. And on silver, it doesn't quite look like, I think they got to come a little bit lower to give you 5 waves, which for sure tells me then that this low, I think, is in jeopardy, and they won't be breaking that high. So somehow this looked pretty impulsive. I thought you'd get a correction and at least one more up, but I think this somehow has to be just a 3-wave move up. So you got 3 there, you had 3 up, and for sure that they're going to break the low. It's just a matter of, I think this 5th wave, when they come and break down one more time, I think that's going to be 5 ways. And it's just a matter of, do they come all the way down? I think they're going to give a correction and then start coming down and taking out that low in a 5 wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave move. So just like gold, I don't think you can. I kind of feel like I'd rather wait until this whole thing plays out. You know, I'd either be a seller actually up there, or I'd just wait until they break this low and then start looking for a buy setup. Okay, that's what I see on the commodities. Hope that helps. Thanks for your likes and support. Good luck to you all. See you in the next video.